Well, more on our top story, the football, of course, and it is already proving highly political. For many Iranian fans, the drama on the pitch in the opener against England today was of secondary concern to events unfolding in their home country. Following 2 months of protests, a brutal crackdown is underway. This footage shows scenes in the Kurdish-majority city of Javanrud, appearing to show protesters fleeing what appears to be live ammunition. Rights groups say 13 protesters have been killed by Iranian security forces over the last 24 hours in Kurdish areas of west and northwest Iran. This was in the minds of many of the thousands of Iranian expats who attended today's game. Some Iranian fans waved the lion flag of Iran, the national symbol under the pre-revolutionary government and a symbol of resistance. Others danced to the prominent Bahrain protest song and chanted the Woman, Life, Freedom slogan of the protests. One fan in Qatar spoke of the anguish she felt at watching events unfold in Iran.
I cry every single night for the life I see lost. I cry for the children. I cry for Kia. I cry for them. I watch them on TikTok and I'm like, I'm not there. I can't make a difference, but I can be the voice. I cry for the Kurdistan. I cry for people who are dying. It's incredible. It's a regime that is killing kids. How long people are going to be quiet about it?
Well, since the wave of protests began following the murder of 22-year-old Mahsa Amini in the custody of Tehran's religious police, leading Iranian sportspeople have been amongst the most prominent critics of the regime. Iranian footballer icon Ali Karimi has been outspoken in his support for the protesters on social media and has become a figurehead for the opposition. Iran's record goal scorer and a legendary figure in the country announced last week he would boycott the tournament in solidarity. This has put pressure on the current men's team in Iran. Many opponents of the regime criticised the players for meeting with Iran's President Ebrahim Raisi ahead of the tournament, leading many fans to question whether they should support the team. Well, on the eve of Iran's first game, Iran's captain Ehsan Hafsaji made the decision to speak out about events in his home country.
We have to accept that conditions in our country are not right. Our people are not happy. We are here, but it does not mean that we should not be their voice or we must not respect them. Whatever we have is for them and we must fight. We must perform the best we can and to score goals and present the bereaved people of Iran with results. I hope the conditions change to accept the expectations of the people.
Well, before kick-off, the Islamic Republic's national anthem received a hostile reception from a number of Iran fans and a muted one from the players. Whistles were heard around the stadium and the BBC has seen video of fans protesting and booing during the anthem. But because of FIFA broadcast restrictions, we can't show it to you. Well, there were visible acts of protest in the stadium by some fans against the actions of the Tehran regime. Numerous shirts and banners displayed the protest slogan, Women, Life and Freedom. As you can see, another banner read, "This is not Iran's national team, it is the Islamic Republic's team." And there have been security concerns amongst fans looking to protest. Qatar and Iran are geopolitical allies. One British Iranian woman who organised a protest in the stadium at today's game expressed concern that the Qataris could be cooperating with security forces and that agents of the regime were present in the stadium.
And we entered the stadium. Obviously, we were a bit scared of the news that we heard from Qatar, like Qatari officials saying that they're going to check us thoroughly. So I had to cover my shirt, which had Women, Life, Freedom on it. So I covered it with another shirt. All of us covered it and we went inside and then we found other people with the same idea being there and amplifying the voice of Iranian people. So we found each other and we started chanting throughout the game. And at minute 22, we started chanting, but unfortunately, they have sent people from Iran to silence us. There were thousands of them throughout the match. I was honestly disheartened and I was almost crying because our voices weren't getting heard. And honestly, we didn't know what to do because they had the drums, they had so much facility. Honestly, as an Iranian, it's very easy to spot them. Whenever you start chanting, they silencing us. It's clear that they don't want us to be heard. Yeah. So and trying to picking a fight with us when I was actually happy that England scored. They were coming to me trying to attack me, saying like, "What are you are now an England fan? Aren't you Iranian? Aren't you this?" So trying to sort of pick up fights and intimidate me.
How have football fans in Iran been responding to their country's defeat? Let's speak to BBC Persian's Taraneh Stone. Taraneh, what information do we have? I know it's not easy to work out exactly what's going on inside Iran, but what do we know at the moment?
Well, internet is severely restricted right now, so it's a little bit hard to get information. But what we have seen from before the football match began until very, very recently, people have been cheering for England because, as you said, they say that this is not their national team, this is Islamic Republic team. Some people were happy and thought that it was a nice gesture from the Iranian national team not to sing the anthem. As you know, this has been a trend lately in the past couple of months. A lot of athletes have refused to sing the national anthem before the games, and it's a sign of solidarity. So some people took that as a nice gesture, but a lot of people have said this is too little too late. We have seen videos of people who were watching the match and they cheered for England every time it scored, and even afterwards some people were distributing chocolate for England's win. And this is, I've never seen something like this before. It's quite unprecedented, and I just saw a video of England national anthem being played in a shopping mall in Iran. So people are still angry at their national team, and they think that they don't represent them at this crucial times.
And yet, of course, everyone will also be thinking about vulnerabilities of sports people. I mean, the fact that those players didn't sing their own anthem, does that put them at risk?
Well, it could. Officials have said before, when other athletes refuse to sing the anthem, they said that, well, we can replace them with those who will agree to sing the anthem, and they're willing to sing the anthem, and they said that they're very easily replaceable. They haven't mentioned how they're gonna find some people as skilled and experienced to replace these people. They just said that they will replace them with some players and athletes who would be willing to, and there are concerns about them not singing the anthem, but still people think that because they went and paid a visit to the president of Iran just before they went to Qatar, and because they were willing to play the game, they should be fine.